It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like ESPN is finally shedding light on the Caitlin Clark effect and how important she has been for the sport of women's basketball, but fleets all over the world. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to New York. Let's get it, let's go, and we got to jump right into the story, man. So if you guys haven't heard, more news is coming out about the CBA negotiations. Yesterday was a pretty impactful day. We got news after news coming out, but more news is set to be coming out in the next coming days because the deadline is slowly approaching, man. March 10th is the day that the WNBA owners pretty much gave the players and laid it out for them that they had to get this deal signed. Now, today is the 3rd. We got about a week from today until we find out exactly what is going to happen. Now, Caitlin Clark dropped epic workout footage yesterday. Looked like she's training for USA basketball, which is scheduled to be taking place around March the 11th. That is the day after the deadline, but whatever the case may be, we're still in a lockout, and to me personally, it's looking more than likely it could be a strike coming on the horizon for the WNBA players moving forward. If they don't somehow figure out a way to get this deal done, I believe strike is the last thing. We did the 11th hour. We didn't been deadlocked. It's been 17 months now, 17 months since we've been dealing with this. And I'm just here to tell you, it don't look like it's a light at the end of the tunnel, man. Now the owners did kind of revise their proposal they put out yesterday. They made some big time changes regarding rookie contract. To me, I think that's the most significant one of them all, is that you cannot core a rookie player that has made first team or second team all WNBA, which we know Caitlin Clark fall under both of those categories, Paige Beckers and many others, man. With that being said, guys, I guess we just got to wait and see. Let's jump right into the story, man. So we had to talk about ESPN during an interview, and really it's an ESPN executive. So an ESPN executive did an interview with Front Office Sports, and they talked about Caitlin Clark being the gateway drug to women's sports. Now, went on this quote stated, "What Caitlin Clark has done for our business is incomparable," she added. Now, I'll be one of the first people to tell you guys what Caitlin Clark has done for me and my channel is irreplaceable, guys. I just got to be honest. I take my hat off to each and every last one of you guys that been rocking out with me and the Caitlin Clark journey ever since Iowa. You know what I'm saying? And her impact, at least for my channel, garnering over 80 million views, 90,000 subscribers. I can't say thank you enough, and that's personally coming from me, man. Now, with that being said, let's dive into this article, man. It says ESPN executive stated Caitlin Clark is the gateway drug to women's sports. It's been reported that the power and efficiency of the Caitlin Clark effect on WNBA ratings have been hotly debated since Caitlin Clark entered the league back in May of 2024. As one of ESPN's programming executives sees it, Caitlin Clark is a gateway drug to bringing new fans into women's sports at large.
We're introduced for the first time to these stars, and you think, how do they not know? I mean, there's a legion of women and men who may literally only have started paying attention with Caitlin Clark, and that rookie class and that year of the W. Do you guys feel a little bit like you're sort of always keeping them in mind and playing to both expert levels, especially?
I think we don't think as deliberately as that. We think about being authentic. At the end of the day, the authenticity of the creators we work with, the athletes we work with, the stories that we tell, like that is the meter in which we operate. And so do we feel like we're representing the players, the athlete, the game, and the fan in a respectful and authentic way? And if we do that, it will bring both the casual fan along and the hardcore fan along.
And I'll throw in, when I was giving the example of Brianna Stewart versus Brianna, and saying Stephen Curry versus Stephen Curry, that was for the broadcasters, the professionals in the room. I do hold them to that standard and accountability. These are top 5 players in the world. This is not hard. For the fans, come. Well, I'm so happy you're here. Consume it how you want. And for me, what I have control over is the lens in which I'm telling these stories. Since I've been a player and since I started as a broadcaster, players have always been very important to me, and telling their stories. Culture has always been very important to me. Accuracy. and then the game itself. You know, like there's different vehicles. It's really interesting in listening to you two because you serve different parts of the ecosystem and the
Exactly it.
consumption.
But it's
Whether-
the same ecosystem.
Exactly. And whether we like it or not, right? Like this was not like our ecosystem was not necessarily created with women and women's sports in mind. We cannot change that, so we must evolve it. And that's why from my vantage point, right? We have to make experts out of our experts. That's a huge responsibility that I take very, very seriously. And also, I say this in quite literally like the most positive way possible, Caitlin's a gateway drug for some people to women's sports, right? If that brought you in, I'm gonna keep you here. And nobody wants the finger wagged at them, especially if you've been in sports for 20 plus years and you've worked at ESPN and you've built other parts of our business. It's my job to build the bridge to get you to understand why this is the best business opportunity. And I'm not gonna make you feel silly if you don't get it or you still think, oh, so is that rating because of the Caitlin Clark effect? Well, she's been out of college basketball for a long time, right? I'm gonna tell you why it is more than that. And that's okay if you've come by way of her. Now I'm gonna tell you why it's necessary for you to stay here.
Outstanding soundbite on the gateway drug.
I actually think that
Gotta
that's
check
still
my PR people first on that one.
ratings. Even though Caitlin Clark was injured for most of
This
the
is
last
interesting.
WNBA season, there was a lot of positive ratings and attendance records that still happened even without her. So I think just the entire ecosystem of women's basketball is rising.
Roz, to tell you, Caitlin didn't play from early July on. Most watched on our networks, most watched WNBA regular season, most watched WNBA playoffs, right? So
Yep.
I am
That's because Caitlyn team was in it, bro. The Fever was in the damn playoffs doing a miracle run, guys. That's the only reason the ratings looked the way it looked it. Let's all just keep it a buck. I'm done watching it. Y'all trying to issue on Caitlin Clark like she ain't systematically help y'all damn network. Wow. Guys, get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this one. Keep them bills on. I will be back with more news. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.